Okay, judges, before we start, I have to let you know that now I have a boyfriend. And I have to tell you that he was not the only one who tried to get me because he got a lot of competitors. But in the end, he managed to make me fall in love with him because he managed to do two things. First one, he balanced his action and also through the real relationship touch and also through the social medias and technology. And then the second one, he managed to adapt with my daily activities, with what I want, with what is my future. And when we think about it, it is actually pretty similar with the case that we have today, which is the Wealthfront company. So Wealthfront company could be the leading company back then, but as the technology industry moved very fast, so they have these pretty much competitors, and now they're not anymore the leading company. So we really want to connect this like these two strategies, which is to balance and to adapt, to make sure that we could regain the momentum for Wealthfront company. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are Team Indonesia. My name is Stephanie. This is Michael, Sakarisa, and also Marcel. And in this presentation, we will give recommendation that make sure Wealthfront could regain its momentum.
So before we dive into the recommendation, first of all, let me share with you the context of today's presentation. So our company is Wealthfront. Basically, the Wealthfront is a startup in San Francisco that has revolutionized the financial industry with its robot advisory services. It has several changes in its company. The first one, it started their company with the social investment platform. But even unfortunately, their business model, their first business model is not make into the market. And then they changed their business model into the robot advisory services. Their value proposition is focusing on the robot advisory service. Everything is automated that can make the company make a lower cost in recommending their investment or their clients. With the revenue model of premium, their main target market is the wealthy techies, which did not trust Wall Street so much with their financial services. However, our company today is facing challenges. The world is changing so fast, especially in the technology industry. We are facing uprising competitions. There is what once our value proposition, which is the robo advisory service. Now we don't have it. It becomes blurring because a lot of competitors adopt the technology of robo advisory service. And then our main analysis is the competition analysis. Our main competitors is the Betterment company, which is some kind of strategy to provide high technology with high touch as well, which means they provide the robo advisory technology, but also with human touch for their clients. Our asset management value is lost to our main competitors, which we manage $5 billion asset, while our competitors manage $7.3 billion. And then the fee, we are managed to manage our low fee, which is 0.25% management fee. And then currently we don't have any human advisors service with the feature focusing solely on the robo advisory services, while the Betterment focuses on the human touch, which they introduced the Betterment Plus and the Betterment Premium Plus. And then we also see the incumbents getting reach the market currently. They start to incorporate automation to their services, to their features. Their main benefits, they have huge client base, which can make them easily integrate their automation service with a low cost. And we also see numerous robo advisory firms, which is the startup, the future advisors, which focus on the managed retirement funds and then personal capital, which can have their own mix and match the clients with the dedicated human advisors. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have analyzed the company first, and then they have the main problem is the fierce competitions and unable to cope on with changes in the industry. Therefore, today we're a team from Indonesia. We present you the balance and adapt strategy. The balance strategy focuses on strengthen and balance our company with current changes with the human-based service and to gain more asset management that we manage. The second strategy is adapt. Our second strategy focuses on the management's changes to adapt with our proposed strategy. So throughout the presentation, you will see more detailed presentation, which will focus on the tech-savvy and the non-tech-savvy market. And then with the adapt strategy, we will focus on present to you the implemented change and create sales and relation divisions to regain our momentum in the market. So without further ado, let's introduce you to the first strategy of balance.
Balance. If we want to do balance, we must understand first what is our market, our target market. We can create this. We can divide by B2C and B2B. Our B2C can elaborate more with the tech-savvy and non-tech-savvy. With the tech-savvy, our company is already good. Our company is a fintech that can be adopted by the tech-savvy one. But for the non-tech-savvy and B2B, they need the human interaction needed. Our strategy will be defined by human interaction need and for the B2C tech-savvy. First, for the B2C tech-savvy. Our target market is for technology-savvy and the young generation that prefer using their own gadgets to manage their assets. And it means it's very good for us because it's aligned for our current value. However, why our company cannot provide revenue from this target market? So we need to elaborate by two strategies: how to enter this market and how to retain this market. Because if we say about wealth management, it's about the long term. We must retain this customer. First, to enter this market, we can pitch in startup company that wants to IPO in near future. And the second, we can persuade employee to try our product by using free trial. By the end of the day, once the company startup company IPO, the share of the company will be increased, and most of employee in startup company get shares. It means they need the wealth management for their employee. And the second, how to retain this market. First, we can develop customer service apps to retain CRM for this tech-savvy segment, and we can create automated CRM by using automated email.
Now, after seeing on the B2C non-tech-savvy market, we now move on to the non-tech-savvy and B2B clients. So looking at the non-tech-savvy market, we see that they are not familiar with technology, which is what we are doing, like what our main business is on technology, but they're not familiar with it. And the second one is that they hold big accounts, so because we're targeting on the big clients with very wealthy assets. And on the second hand is also the B2B. Why we choose this market? Because they also hold a really big accounts for us. So these two accounts, these two markets needs to get in touch with human interactions to retain them and to also to get them familiarized with our technology. So why? Because first we need to gain their trust. Because in the game of technology and many disruptive, like no more transparency, more fraud and everything, we need to gain their trust back in order to, because they're giving their asset to us. So this is very important. And the second was to give them the education and understanding of what we're doing. Because when once they understand what we're doing, they will give us more trust. And the next one is to maintain the relationship. So when we can maintain the relationship, they will stay with us in the long term, and which is to ensure our retention with our clients. Then how can we do this? So first, we're going to launch one new product because this is a very different thing from what we already do, which is all automations. Now we will launch this new Wealthfront Diamond, which gives them a value of new personal touch of the big clients and also the B2B and the non-tech savvy clients, which will be held by a gala dinner. Why we choose a gala dinner? So this gala dinner will be a platform for networking between our team, our sales team, which will be their future relationship manager. And then after we set up our first touch with our clients, we then can make a dedicated team handling those accounts. They can contact us by phone, by emails, and also give them daily reports anytime they need us. And
all the work, and the beauty of it is all the work are done with our robots already. So it's not really hiring advisors to do the analysis and everything, but actually we already have the robot, but we need to maintain the human touch between us and the clients. So it's all about the robot, but the education and the relationships are being maintained by our relationship managers.
So, ladies and gentlemen, after we manage to balance what's happening inside the company for our markets, we also need to do the second strategy, which is the adapt. As we all know that, congratulations, Mark Left has just repositioned as the new CEO. But then, as we all know that actually Mark Left believe that Wealthfront is actually a software company. That is, which means there is only a very minimized human interaction or relationship within the company itself. But then, it doesn't work as effective as it was before, because now in this new world of technology still needs the human interaction with what's happening. So the three reasons why the robot interaction only is not working is because first, robot can build this trust and long-lasting relationship with the clients, and the second one, not every consumer is actually technology savvy, and then the third one, there is a high acquiring cost if we only use the robots. That's why our recommendation is to actually develop these two divisions within the company itself, which is the sales and relationship division. So basically, the sales and relationship division, the key activities that they're going to do is the first one, acquire new customers throughout the 101, or actually using the real touch and real interaction. And the second one is also educate the markets about our product and services. And then for the relationship one, we want to build trust and then also maintain a relationship with the existing clients and also ensure retention for the future purchase and also educate about the decision that has been made by our robots. And actually, to implement all of this inside the company, we have to do these three things. The first one is we need to unfreeze. We have to first hold a meeting with the top management or the board to ensure that they know actually changing into a balancing technology, robot and human interaction is important within a company. And then after they believe that it is important, then we can adapt by creating the sales and relation division, by hiring the chief relation officer and also hire the VP of sales. And then we can lock it up, we can freeze it by doing the performance analysis of these two divisions and doing analysis to ensure that this division is doing their job properly.
Okay, now that we have done all of our, go through all our strategies, now we go through our timeline. So first, before we do anything, we have to adapt the leadership first. So we have to do the unfreeze stage and adapt and then freeze. After the managements are ready, now we go through the balance strategy, which is first we already can go to pitchings for startups, also and then go with the application development for CRM, and then start of the induced free trial for the new customers on B2C, and then training the team for relationship, and then after we train, we can go to the Wealthfront Diamond launch to connect directly with our potential and current clients. Now, so our strategy, we have also assessed some risks that may happen. So the first thing is the adapt strategy, we can see the high resistance to change from the management because they're already doing this for a very long time. So what we can do is to hold the board meeting, we can show them the data that actually now the current situations we are declining. So with the data, they will understand, okay, we cannot keep on doing this, we have to change and do something new. So, and the second one is the lack of human resource to hire. We understand that maybe training and hiring new personnel that can directly connect with our potential clients are very difficult. So we're gonna try to mitigate this by recruiting through our connections, because one of the beauty of startups itself is the connections that they have built. And the last one is on the balance strategy, that we can see that there is a risk of that we are unable to make big deals with the big clients. So we also have to capitalize on our network in order to get the new clients and the B2B clients also. Now looking at the financial impact, so the costs are mostly on the acquiring and the launching of our new product. So the acquiring of the chief relationship officers and the team, and then training for sales and the CRO teams also, and then transportation costs for pitching and development of the apps, which will all together amount for $110,000. But we can see the benefits. So the benefits, because we are a wealth management company, one of the KPI are on the asset under management. So with our strategy, we are predicting that our AUM will increase by 50% per year until the second year, and we will also be able to increase our margin because of the reduce of automation, acquiring of new clients with the robot, which is $1,000 per client. So hopefully we will be able also to increase our profit by 50% per year.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our presentation, and I would like to recap on the key important points that we have discussed. So basically, to answer and to actually regain the momentum of our company, we recommend these two strategies. The first one is the balance strategy, and then the second one is the adapt strategy. And for each strategy, we have this actionable plan, which is for the balance strategy that we want to strengthen and balance our company with human-based services. Through the approach, we would like to get close with the startups, and we would also like to develop apps for CRM. And then we also would like to create this new product, which is the Wealth Front Diamond, and also build the relation with our clients and also educate them about our product and services. And for the second recommendation, which is the adapt, we would like to create this change also within the company itself, because we believe that it is important to also connect with everyone within the company about this change. And for that, we would like to implement change by using the framework of unfreeze, adapt, and also freeze, and by actually creating this sales and relation division. We believe that by doing all of this recommendation, we can finally achieve a more profitable and actually regain our momentum as the robo-investment advisory company in the future. We are Team Indonesia. Thank you very much for your attention. Now we are open for question and answer.
So we have 15 minutes Q&A, and the time starts now.
Thank you very much. Where to begin? So I'm going to pick on the CRM starters. You mentioned CRM plays a part of your strategy, but I don't understand at all how. Can you elaborate that for me?
Okay, thank you for your questions. So CRM, customer relationship management, is one way to be able to touch our customers without really touching them personally with human. So usually what we do with CRM is we can give them, like, for example, give them updates on market updates, and also maybe take into a more personal touch. For example, when when they're having birthday, for example, we can give them happy birthday notice, and don't forget to call us to invest more and then more something. So actually, we want to touch them actually with this CRM, but we believe that with the lower net worth clients, we cannot touch them everybody personally. So with this CRM, it will help us to touch them personal, but not directly.
I may have misunderstood. I thought it was also involved in customer acquisition strategy. You picked out the acquisition costs, but I didn't quite understand how you're going to acquire your customers for a lower amount. I thought the CRM was playing a role.
Okay, actually, thank you very much for the question. I would like to go back to my friend's answer. So we could do two things actually. The one is not really human interaction. We can do it like with direct email marketing, and the second one for human interaction, we can do it like through call and everything. And actually, for actually acquiring the new customer, doing that, it is we can also do that by doing these two same thing. So not really human interaction. We can always send like newsletter and also keep them updated. And then the second one is we could actually make a call and set a meeting with them and actually try to make a deal with the new clients.
Actually, just add on to my friend's answer regarding the customer acquisition cost, as we understand from the case that focuses solely on the robo investment advisory require us a high acquiring cost. So for example, we are required to spend $1,000 based on the case to acquire one client. So basically, by combining the robo investment advisory and then the human investment advisory based on the data can lower the cost which has been done by the incumbent in the reality.
And add up to my friend, our acquiring cost is 1,000, right? So we can lowering by doing a pitching in a startup company. By doing pitching in a startup company, we can get many of fish. For example, if we want to catch many fish, we can not using hook, we can use a net. So there is a lot of most probability of client can get in one meeting.
Okay, so it seems that the model you're proposing involves human interaction with customers. So for a company the size of, I don't know, Carl Schwab, Vanguard, do you think you can get advisors at the same kind of volume that they can? Because you're trying to compete on their playing field for a very small company. How do you expect to make that model work in a sustainable manner?
Okay, so actually regarding the human resource, is that your concern? Sorry.
Yes, how you could retain enough advisors to compete in the same manner as some of these large international financial companies.
Okay.
How is that a sustainable model when there's such a small?
Okay, thank you. So when we're talking about advisors, so they are the one that doing the analysis, right? So, but what we're going to do is not actually hire or really, I'm not saying they're not talented, but because all the work are done by the robot side, that's our competitive advantage. So the relationship managers are not really someone, they have to know the context, of course, but not really dig deep on the analysis, but only giving educations to the customers on what the robot is done and the logic behind why the robot is doing that.
Relationship.
Yeah.
So how many relationship managers per customer? How many customers can a relationship manager manage?
Okay.
So when we're talking about really big clients, we are hoping one dedicated person to be able to maintain a relationship. But for a lower net worth clients, we can do one relationship manager for 2 to 5 persons per client. I mean.
Actually, just adding on to my friend's answer, actually what we are doing with human touch, adding the human touch, actually we are make the use of our core competencies, as my friends has said before. Our core competencies of robo advisory services is really good. That's why we assume that by capitalizing on our technologies, we can handle more people. It's not just like the big companies as my friends has before. I don't know really the numbers of the current practice, but I'm imagining like this: if one relationship management in incumbent company that is not really has the good technology on the robo advisory algorithm and so on, can handle 5 teams. So by capitalizing our technology, we are hoping that we can handle more people. For example, I think we can double the numbers of the client that we are handling. Of course, by considering the size of the clients and by grouping them into their net worth, by their asset that we are managed.
Can I ask what alternatives you considered when you were looking at this particular problem? What alternatives, in terms of the changes that you wanted to make, did you consider and not adopt?
Okay, so actually when we are discussing this issue, we have been thinking several alternatives. For example, the first alternative, we can focus solely on the robo-advisory, investment advisory, right? We can just stay them, we can build our core competencies, and maybe we can outsource our technology to a bigger, so play a B2B, you know. And the second one is to combine the human investment advisory and then the robo investment advisory and something like that. And then the third of all, we also noticed that there is an option of merger and acquisitions with the startup companies. So we think in the short term so out of that three strategies, we think the most feasible and the fastest way to adopt with changes is by build our own human and robo advisory by combining them. You know, because our CEO background, he has experience in the venture capitalist, you know. So basically we assume that based on our understanding of the case, the CEO already has the social capital on regain and build the human investment advisory divisions. So I think by doing by our own, we can gain more margin, we can freely move in that particular industry.
Thank you. That's a good answer. And what, in terms of when you make this proposal, what resistance do you anticipate?
So basically, referring back to our recommendation, basically the main resistance, the top resistance is from the management. Based on our understanding as well, the CEO of Andy, they're focusing on their company to the robot investment advisory route. So basically that kind of mindset that, hey, this is what happened in the industry. People is adopting our robo advisory technology, but they're also realize the reality in the market that with in this kind of industry, we also need human touch. So basically, make the founder understand and willing to adopt our strategy is what is the top resistance that our team has found out.
If the company continue to make all their knowledge open source, all competitors continue to look and understand what's going on.
Okay.
Did you consider changing that model? So not making all the information disclosed in public, you're giving away a lot of intellectual property,
Yes.
which the competitors can all take and
Okay. Of course, considering our core competencies is in the technological development, of course, we have to consider closing our knowledge, our sharing knowledge to the outside parties. So basically, we want to build our core competencies, protecting our knowledge in developing the technologies, and then move on to the human, adding more human touch with our core competencies in technology. So I think that's really spot on and really can add up our recommendation to protect our property capital.
And to add more to what my friend said, actually, that's also why we're considering to also balance this with human, because trust is something that our competitor cannot replicate, cannot take from us. So we really need to build this trust and relationship with our clients.
Maybe a little bit regarding your concern on open source. So maybe one thing that we noticed the company hasn't do and not mentioned in the case are patents, because the technology itself is very important as our core competencies. When other people can copy our technology without patent, without any restriction at all, because we didn't apply for patents, it will be very dangerous for us as a company for the future also. Thank you.
Question about Wealthfront is an innovative company. How do you think you can continue to be innovative and to differentiate you from competitors?
Thank you very much for the question. So actually, we have addressed your concern by actually creating this our new product, which is the Wealthfront Diamond. So Wealthfront Diamond is one way to actually innovate our product and to give it to our clients.
So basically, by introducing the human touch, we also want to keep innovating on the robo investment advisory technology. For example, algorithm. Our concept is how, as an innovative company, we can build a more precise prediction in the future, so we can give better return to our clients and something like that.
Are there any other ways you can build trust besides having human interaction?
Okay. So the alternative in building trust beside the human interaction, of course, the brand image. We want to build the brand image. Of course, by what Wealthfront has done in the past, they have they have changed their names from, I don't know, from Kaching to Wealthfront. So basically, by basically this is the experience of my friends, which is in the marketing, advertising, and then making the proof of that our investment company is really making monies. So, and then facing the challenges of people thinking that our innovations is a scam. And there's a lot of things that we have experienced before. That when we promise better return, they thought that we are scam. They doesn't believe to our technologies. So basically, through marketing and then through personal touch, we believe that we can address the concern of to increase our trust in the eyes of our consumers.
So I want to push you a bit on sustainability. So what you've shown us seems to be a very short-term view. And particularly, I'll refer back to the advisors. So your training budget didn't seem very high. How do you expect to retain your advisors? Because they will become an asset of the company, and I think will be quite inclined to leave and go somewhere else.
Okay, so actually we are an innovative company. To retain our human resource, there are several ways. The first one is to give them more benefit, to give them more, something like holiday, and then a better, giving them employee stocks and something like that. So we believe we are, as a startup, we have the option to give the employee stocks to them in order to regain their trust and then their ownership to the company, beside of giving them more holiday, more benefit. So for example, we can do the financial incentive and the non-financial incentives. So
Okay, and then again, for if you would like to see this like in the future, like this one is all short term, and then you would know more about the medium and how is it going for the long term. Is that right? Okay, so actually there are several things that we can do and we have also considered, but we decided not to put in our presentation. We can do market development. Currently we're focusing on startups, but then of course we can go to like more diverse clients in the future, because we have a lot of actually opportunities to approach other clients, and then we can also do product development and product diversification as well.
Especially in Indonesia, this kind of financial technology is really developing. Adopting the technology that has been started in Singapore, I think Indonesia is one of the good market. Beside China, of course, there's a lot of wealthy people, and in there is also in India there's 250 million people.
So invest in Indonesia.
Thank you very much for your team.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.